We should be good.
Sorry for the technical issues. It's just that kind of stream.
Yeah, this is not shaping up to be a very good day. We're rolling with the punches. We're getting it figured out. But back to the topic on hand. We got some milk up in here, and it's not the velocity milk. What milk?
We've got confirmation he is the milk from Vipers, from Rogue.
Vipers.
With the inside information. Thank you. Big shout out to Rogue once again. Coming in clutch. Uh, and the Vipers actually lost a close series to the Melons, but also 3-1 Origin. And it looks like Milk was making some big plays during this series. The Melons are still, I believe, undefeated as of today. So that is a tough, close loss. But the Vipers still shaping up to be a very good team. I believe they came in at number 3 in the power rankings.
Yes.
Oh, no, they came in at number 5. Just kidding.
Wait, who? I thought you said the melons. Who'd you
The
say?
Vipers. The
Oh,
Melons are number 3 in the power rankings.
the,
Vipers number 5.
you know, maybe I'm just not as good as I thought. All right.
You know what? That's okay. We're getting around this. Moving on to the Challenger League. We've still got 2 undefeated teams who hopefully will be playing here very shortly on stream. A little bit behind schedule now, but
Yeah. So we're
that's all
gonna.
right.
I think we power run the rest of these, and we're
Yeah, just
sorry.
power running the rest.
Just know we appreciate every single one of you, and you guys deserve the utmost praise for your week's efforts. But we are behind, so we're gonna have to power run, and I hope you can forgive us for that. We'll still give you your stats. We'll still shout you out. Give you some good accolades. But go ahead, merely take off the power run.
All right. Challenger Player of the Week is going to go to Muffin on the Papayas. Papayas, once again, undefeated, about to play on stream. He's been popping off. And congratulations to Muffin. Gonna keep it moving. For the rival player of the week, another person who was instrumental in the season 3 victory for the Grave Lords, but now is finding success on another roster in Lightspeed alongside Benji. We got Astronistic. He absolutely clapped my team, Arrival, on stream. Don't want to talk about it, so I won't spend much time on that subject. But he is a fantastic player, absolutely deserving. So congrats to Astro for rival player of the week. And going into the Titan Player of the Week, we got none other than the well-known, no introduction needed, 4.
Hold on,
And
wouldn't that count as an introduction?
okay, you know what? But it's not okay. But they know who he is. 4, absolutely cracked. Arguably the best player in Nemesis. Legendary, carrying the Grandmasters to victory week after week, as the Grandmasters are still undefeated. And congratulations to 4. He had a sick clip in clips also. Another shout out there. And yeah,
Which will be
that's all your
coming
players of the week.
with the bi-weekly tonight, dropped on the YouTube. You have my word for it.
Yes.
But that's going to take us to our first match here. So I'm going to get this lobby info out while you introduce the match.
Right. So, like I said before, we do have an absolute banger, probably the matchup of the night here, in all honesty, at our first matchup. So it's a shame that Rocket League servers didn't want to cooperate. But we've got the Papayas taking on the race, the only 2 undefeated teams left in Challenger, both at 4-0. The Papayas, obviously part of the Fruit Ninja org, a powerhouse of an org in the past, and they're looking to continue their dominance, already having a solid start to the season. I believe the Papayas have already beat some notable names. I'm pretty sure they beat Ascension already, which I know, of course, because of my team. But both of these teams kind of just easily making their way through Challenger so far, with some close series as well. But one of these teams will be leaving no longer undefeated tonight.
Yeah, that's some very high stakes, but that just adds to the content and the fun of things. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to get this match underway as the lobby info has been given out. So hopefully we can get these boys joined up soon. But with that being said, we have some pretty. I mean, it's not the only spicy matchup. Let's get on this match discussion screen.
Oh,
I'm
definitely not.
I'm really lagging. I'm lagging, not my computer. So you're gonna have to bear with me for half a second.
No problem. We always have to wait on technology. Nemesis can't function without C Money's computer. You guys literally wouldn't have any streams. C Money carrying.
Apparently they were told to start the series, so we will be coming into the series with the score 1-0.
Who has the one game?
The Wraiths.
Interesting. And the Wraiths did make it to the grand finals last season with a similar, but not entirely same roster. I believe Case is the only returning player on the roster. Or wait, Case and Quando actually both were on the roster last season. My mistake. Um, Now they don't have Little Big Jordan, who was an essential part in their mid or their regular season dominance, and he has been replaced by none other than Kinetic, who is trying to step up and fill this role. So far, doing a pretty good job, I'd say, as they are still undefeated, looking to take their lead in the league even further and extend it to 5-0. And
Yeah.
with one game difference, I mean, having coming on stream could be a good chance for Papayas to reset their mentality.
Yeah, as it looks like we have everybody ready. Have everybody here. I think I'm finally ready, so that's always a plus. And what do you say we get into some action? I mean, we have the first game out the way, but nonetheless, I think we still do a quick series prediction as we get these guys joined up.
Well, it might be a bit biased, but I probably already had Wraiths in this matchup, to be completely honest.
Race do be pretty solid. I know Kinetic was a very hard person to beat last year as he did end up taking the chip, only losing 3 games on the season, which is still really good. Not very many teams lose that little. As for Papayas, I don't. Their roster changes may prove to be worthy this season, but we'll see what they can pull out. But I do like Quando. Quando's a good friend of mine. Kinetic's been putting in some work for the media team, so I guess I'm gonna have to root for them tonight. As hopefully it'll keep Kinetic in a good, high-spirited mood to keep working for us, right, Merely?
Yeah, most definitely. Gotta root on our fellow media team members. And the Papayas definitely do still have a shot. I don't think 1-0 is indicative of how this series will go necessarily, as it looks like we will be trying to get into this.
As yeah, it's definitely not anything to overcome. Apparently, the server is. Hold up.
You put us on an EU server, see, buddy?
I definitely did not.
It is. I'm looking at it right now, and it's an EU server. So,
All right. Well, apparently Rocket League just wanted me not to start this and set me on EU, even though I'm
are you
clearly
using a
not.
VPN to watch anime or something? And like
Why you gotta call
now,
me
for
out
some
like that?
reason, you're on.
And I use that. It'd be Japanese servers then, way out
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
All right. Why? All right. Here we go. And we'll put this on. If I can find it. The game 2 map. There it is.
Yeah, Kinetic, I bet you would love an EU server. One of our EU members is actually in this match. Represent Kinetic. Unfortunately, we did not decide to switch to EU just so you guys would have an advantage. I'm sorry to bait you like that.
Yeah. All right, all right,
Okay,
all
you
right.
did put okay, USEs. Good job, C Money.
I do what I can. Apparently, I'm causing problems for the servers and everything. I'm the reason the servers went down, to be honest.
I believe it. I mean we do control the servers, right?
Yeah, that's right. Nemesis officially. We're low key actually Epic Games in disguise to see what the community likes and enjoys. So just keep that in mind, guys. All right, the hub. All right, thank
Yes, thank you, thank you.
you. It's,
All right. This might be the first time I'm hoping for a sweep so that our stream can stay on schedule.
we got time. We got half an hour.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. No stress. I mean, what kind of game would it be if they don't go into you know, 8:45 plus.
That's true. It probably wouldn't be a very interesting one. But you could say a lot of things about this stream. You cannot say it's not interesting.
It's
As we
definitely
are
been an
going.
interesting night, that is for sure. I did not expect this at all, as we finally get this one underway. And yeah. Alright, here we go. First kickoff. Cardboard, he's up for it. Can't quite find the touch, but neither can Quando. Nice little 50 in the middle. It's going to push towards the Papaya side. That one's up high. Muffin's on it. He gets a nice second touch there. But Quando, he's going to cut him off, send it back towards the net. Tries to get a nice little redirect by Case there. Got a little scuffle in the corner. Quando, oof. It's close 50 on net there. As
Yeah, that one was close to going in. There's a little bit of awkwardness from the Papayas right now. Gotta think everyone on the field might be a tiny bit shaken after the events that have transpired. It looks like they're just feeling each other out for now.
being told to play their games because we don't know if servers will come back up in time, and I just happen to instantaneously find the match. But nonetheless, I'm sure things will get going here soon, as that is one weird play there by Kinetic, but it worked out until Muffin Mateo sent it the long way. Kinetic couldn't quite find the double. It's going to leave it open, but Kinetic, he's there. Gets a nice 50 on the sidewall. And in the corner. This one's going mid. It's dangerous, but no goes. Quando, one of the, tries to go for the pinch there. Couldn't find it. But anyways, Quando was definitely one of the better defensive players last season for Challenger. It's exciting to see him up in the front some more this time, as he gets a nice little lobber right into the middle of the net. Not sure what was happening here. Maybe you can elaborate merely.
Yeah, you were just talking about the Quando on defense from last season, but now we're seeing a little bit of that Quando from offense. Admittedly, there weren't really any members in the net for the Papayas to stop that one, but Quando gets a nice shot, and that one's just going to kind of float in.
Yeah, Quando was a big defensive presence last year, and I know it made Biscuit sweat, but Biscuit's no longer a problem for these challengers, as now it's probably going to be more of a... I'm trying to think who would be a big outlier this season. I feel like Quando's a really good player. Case is really good last season. This team, now that I think about it, this team's pretty stacked.
I mean, they must be stacked if they're already 4-0.
And
it will be the equalizer.
As K season, right? That's what that is? I've never understood that. Puts a nice banger on net there.
I guess it's just his season.
Yeah, I guess so. As this kickoff is going to go in the favor of Race. It's going to be cut off by Papayas. Sent back down by Kinetic. Muffin, he's up, drops it mid. Case right there, gets one to the back wall. Gets a nice little 50 dunk right in front of net, and is able to send that one home to take the one-up lead again.
Goodness. And Case, well, actually, that was kind of just a little bit of a miss from Cardboard on the goal line there, allowing Case, excuse me, to just put that one home. A little bit of a give up from the Papayas.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate, but Cardboard has a little bit of a learning curve jumping from novice to challenger this season. Pretty impressive nonetheless, but I'm sure it's not the gameplay he's used to.
Yeah, he was one of those standout players in novice, not necessarily finding championship success, but definitely showing his potential. And now he gets the chance to prove that he can hang with some of the higher leagues in Challenger this season, which is something we see often. Sometimes people can do it, and sometimes they struggle. So far, he looks like he's adjusting well, though.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too out of place here. Just an unfortunate little mistouch, but then again, it's not our Titans. You expect a little miss here and there. As Muffin gets a nice one over one, but that one's going to go middle. Cardboard with a great save there and a nice little tap out from his teammate K. This one's floating in a dangerous spot. Kinetic to the corner. Gonna try to get something going here. Got a little bit of control. That one's gonna get hard dunked out, but Case is right there to receive it. K now trying to get this one out of his own half. And he does. Able to get that one up. Muffin's up for it. He puts that one on and is able to find another equalizer for the Papayas.
And what a shot by Muffin. That's a huge 50 by Kinetic. And Muffin takes no time setting up for that one. Instantly reads the ball and gets a nice touch. Defender just not prepared for it. and he'll even up the score.
Yeah, that was very good play coming out from them, but it's very close game, but it's interesting. I feel like Race have definitely had the majority of the pressure and majority of the opportunities, but it just seems the quality of Papaya's opportunities are shining through here as the series is tied 2-2 with just over a minute.
I definitely have to agree. Papaya is doing well with the few offensive opportunities that they have had. And Papayas have also been caught in plenty of tough spots where they've managed to bail out. Race with most of the pressure, but not doing as much as they potentially could with it at times.
That's definitely true, as that one almost just rolled in off a couple misses. As now Kinetic's trying to get this one out, but Muffin in the midfield gets bumped for his efforts. Case able to beat out one of the defenders there. This one's up. So is Quando. The net got left open on a double commit, but K able to get back just in time. Case now trying to send this one mid. Cardboard, he's following it. He able to get the save somehow, as that was a tremendous 50 by him. Is now Muffin trying to get this one cleared. The Kinetic gonna send it right back. K to Cardboard. Cardboard upfield. The Case, he's already on it. Cardboard's up. Case is up, and a great dunk coming out from Case. Gonna send this one off just to the side there, as it looks like Papayas are gonna try to hold out here for some overtime, or maybe go for the win, as they now have the pressure. This one's in front of net. It's dangerous. Cardboard almost had the shot, but it was just saved away last second there. Incredible. I totally thought Race had that one for a second, but it got turned around really quick. As Kinetic, he's up, he puts one on. Cardboard able to send it away, but bumps K in the process. Muffin trying to get this one out, and he's able to get it past one. Quando now waiting on it, takes it up the corner, sending this one out. Not able to stick with it as K's now. Gonna try to get this one mid, but a good cutoff by Kinetic. Nice bump from Quando. A huge miss coming out from Muffin, but nothing was done with it, as this one's being sent the long way. Case, last man back, opts to catch, takes it down. Couldn't quite get the flick over the last defender there, as it looks like this game's almost turned around a little bit. It looks like Papaya have stepped it up quite a bit, especially going into that last minute and now this 1 minute of overtime.
Yeah, the Papayas have really found their footing all of a sudden. They almost scored on 0 seconds. Like you mentioned, if it weren't for that clutch touch by Quando, that was certainly a game-ending and series tying goal for them. But even now in overtime, they look dominant. They look like they have control, and they're not relinquishing it. It's going to be up to them to either put the ball away, unless Race can find a little bit of the same pressure that they've had early in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one for sure going forward with the rest of the series. I mean, hopefully, in the case that the Race do go up 2-0, that Papayas still feel the need to bounce back and keep this one entertaining here, as they definitely can hang with them, and proving that they also deserve this 4-0 as much as, or I guess it would be 5-0 as much as the Race will here after this one. So
Yeah, and so far from what we've
minutes.
seen, yeah, almost 2 minutes in overtime. Both of these teams definitely look like they deserve their 4-0 spot where they're both sitting right now. In all honesty, both of these teams might even deserve a 5-0, but in the end, only one team can come away with it.
As
It looks like
that one
Papayas are
just a
looking to take
little
it.
wide. That was close, but not quite where it needed to be on that one, as Papayas now in the corner trying to get something going, but Case waiting. Not much boost to work with, gonna have to opt for, oh, actually gets a flick. I thought he was gonna opt for the 50 there. Cardboard, send it back. K trying to get something in the middle here. Cardboard in the corner. Got that one to the mid, but Muffin was not quite ready for the second touch on that one, as that one's gonna be sent out by Kinetic, but demoed for his efforts, giving Cardboard some time here. Good 50. This one's in the midfield. Going down to the corner. Kinetic, he's got to make a play here, and he does. Gets a good 50. That one's high. Wando able to get the dunk on K there. Kinetic, he's going to take this one. He's got a 1v1 here. Tries to go for the fake, can't quite find it. Good 50 coming out there to keep that one away from the front of the net. Quando now. The Cardboard. To Kinetic. Oh my gosh. Bad miss opportunity there. Case, last one back, able to get a touch just long enough to stall for. Why do I feel like Case is a girl? Is Case, or was that somebody else?
Oh, Case is not a girl.
That was somebody else. Who was that?
I have no idea who you're referring to.
It was definitely somebody. It was Faded season 1 or season 2, and I don't know why that just popped in my head.
Well, Case is definitely not.
All right, well,
Um,
my bad, Case. No insult meant. I just didn't want to say the wrong pronouns. All right, man. 2021 be soft.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Mistakes happen.
His K gets a huge dunk there. Cardboard trying to get to it, can't quite find it. But this one, it's gonna be popped right back. Muffin's on it. He's got one to beat. Beats him, gets a nice dunk, but a great save there coming out. This one's gonna be sent the long way. K, good touch to his own wall. Demoed, but Muffin able to get this one cleared out. As I would have said earlier that it definitely looked like Papayas, but now it just looks like it's very balanced out. 1 to 2 opportunities per team, and then they exchange it back and go the other way. It's going to be very heart-wrenching when somebody finally takes this full series or full game overtime.
It really just looks like both teams are throwing punches right now. I definitely have to agree. And I really do think that if the race can pull out this almost 5 minute overtime win, they definitely will not lose this series. But they still got some work to do, and we are going to hit 5 minutes on the overtime. Now this becomes more of a mental battle than a mechanical one, as both teams just. We're going to have to see whose stamina can outlast the other one, as at this point you definitely expect a big mistake to happen from either side of the field at any moment now, and it's just going to be up to the other team to capitalize on that.
Yeah, and as you say that, an unfortunate double commit for the race, which almost keeps Papaya's pressure there, is Kinetic to Case. Case able to get it down the field. No boost to work with though, so it's going to give Muffin the chance to clear. Double whiff in the midfield. A big demo play comes out, but Case still able to make the play. Oh my goodness, Cardboard now with a demo of his own. That's 2 demos for race, but this one's high off the top of the backboard. Somebody's got to make the play. Nobody can make the touch there, but Quando just a little bit off on that shot attempt, as that one's going to basically allow Papayas to keep trying here, but Kinetic with a huge dunk. Case is up for it, puts it off the side of the wall. Cardboard trying to keep it away from his own net. Is this one now in front of the net. Muffin though, big clear. Kinetic there. Is Cardboard, oh my goodness, able to get back just in the last second, as it looked like he was about to go get boost. Definitely about to get boost, as we now see he's got 0. Case trying to put one top corner there. Saved away. Muffin, he's up. Drops this one mid. Cardboard couldn't quite get to that, as Case is going to send a big one down. And now pop this one up mid. Cardboard to his own corner. Kinetic with a huge miss there. Wando to the middle. Gonna be a boomer off backboard. Will someone be able to read it? Not quite, as Kinetic gets a nice little soft touch there. Off to the side. Wando on the dribble. Tried to get the dunk on one, couldn't quite find it. Cardboard now. Taking this one down. He beats the last defender. Can Quando get back in time? He cannot. Is Cardboard able to get the 7-minute overtime game winner there? Oh my goodness. We're getting all 5 games, I guess.
Oh my goodness. And after 6 minutes and 54 seconds of the longest OT I'm sure either of these teams have felt in a long time, the Papayas will barely eke out a goal to tie up this series. And that is, I talked about it a little bit before, but that's a huge mental victory for the Papayas, evening up this series. And after losing an OT that long, playing the length of 2 and almost 2.5 games, the Rays have got to be feeling somewhat defeated, even though the series is still even now. That is a huge shift for them.
Yeah, it definitely could be a huge shift, and we're gonna find out here as we're. Maybe I can find this map. I hate that this update rearranged the maps, and for all of y'all that like to change your maps up, just be warned, it is pretty bad. There it is. All right, we got the map change in time, but it's going to be very interesting for sure, because it's really dependent on how you look at the situation. I feel like in my personal ways, in an overtime that long, I would just be glad and ready to get the reset and get the new game going, regardless whether I take the win or not on that singular match.
That's definitely the mentality that you hope the race take if you look at it. And that is a good point. After 6 minutes of OT, almost either team can win. Kinetic's going to come back swinging, immediately gain another goal for the race less than 5 seconds into the game.
Yeah, unfortunate miss for Quando there, but it made it look like the Papayas felt like they had time in that situation, and Kinetic says, we don't care, we lost that. I'm going to come back and just throw this one at your net while you're looking for the ball still.
And that is what you need to see from the race. Already maybe resetting themselves from that overtime, taking your advice perhaps a little bit, or they've got some of their own.
As they start this one off with some big pressure, but K able to send it down, and then able to find the touch in the midfield after a high clear. Quando demoed this one, trying to get it mid, but Case with a big clear there. Muffin, he's on it, taking it off the ceiling. Case almost with a big dunk, as this one's now going down to Quando. Kinetic, he's up for it, gets the touchdown mid. Quando, he went up, couldn't quite find the touch he was looking for there. Case is just absolutely going after these people right now, as Case seems to be jumping at almost every ball opportunity gets, whether they're trying to air dribble, flick one off the corner or what, but Case has been there, as it's a nice 50 now.
Yeah, he's almost single-handedly keeping this pressure from the race alive at some points as he sets up another shot opportunity. Kinetic barely doesn't get the power on that one, but he's doing well to keep this pressure on the Papayas, keep them backed into their corner, and really, Race just putting the clamps on the Papayas right now. They just need to break out of their own half.
Yeah, and as you say that, I mean, big play there by Muffin, able to get it past two, but let's see if they can create an opportunity here. Is K able to flip out Kinetic back to Muffin. Muffin send it to the corner, but Case send it back to the midfield. Cardboard now, trying to get something going by himself here. Couldn't quite find the touch. It's K now puts that one up. Muffin, little help there, sends it to the corner. Case is now on it, as Case is gonna get the big flick, able to get it past one, but K was back for it. Quando now, just gonna send that one to the middle and back off a little bit. He's gonna turn, popped it up, but not quite a Wraith ready for that one. There's a big dunk from Cardboard. That one's gonna drop just outside the box. Is now Case able to get it past one. 50 the second. And Quando and Kinetic on the team up there to get the power past Cardboard. Kinetic just absolutely bullying Quando. Really wanted that one. Oh man, I'm having a good time watching this. It's hard to stay focused on commentating, as this one's just, it's very exciting because you only down one goal and Papayas are starting to really make some bigger outbreaks here as they just slowly gain up speed as the game progresses here.
Yeah, they keep looking like they're on the verge of scoring, but then the race will just shut them down at the last possible second in some cases. Speaking of cases, Case coming in big on offense and defense for this roster right now. There was a play not too long ago where Kinetic and Quando both were just flying in the opponent's corner and Case had to 1v1. He gets beat to the ball there, but still the ball will not go in the net for the Papayas, trailing one for over 3 minutes in this game.
Yes, they're gonna have to really turn up the heat. The pressure's starting to come. They're putting on some quality opportunities, but they can't seem to keep it out of their own half for very long. As Quando 50'd right in front of net. Cardboard now, gonna try to get something going. Can't quite get past Case, as that one's gonna get 50'd all the way across. Kinetic now, he's got an opportunity. He's got one to beat. He's gonna send it right at him. Tried to find the double touch, couldn't quite do it. Case gonna get the dunk. Quando, he's up, but K's gonna beat him out. Kinetic again on this one, as Muffin's got time to take this one up the wall. He's gonna go for a ceiling shot. Little fast there. It's okay, we appreciate good speed here. It's Cardboard, he's gonna drop that one down on K's head, but K's gonna send it all the way to the corner. 50's Quando. Quando's gonna stick with it. Able to get it past 2 now. Couldn't quite get it past the third as K did end up getting back as well in time. This one. Ooh, it's going dangerous. Oh my goodness, K makes the read off his power clear there and able to put that one home.
And finally, the Papayas will find a goal. K gets an awkward touch high. Defender stuck on the boost, a little awkward there in the corner. And K does well to read that one and place it right in between the defender and the post. Now, once again, it's a 1-1 game, and we might be poised to go into yet another overtime.
Yeah, with the way these guys have been playing, a 20-second goal almost seems impossible as both people have, well, I guess I should say, the Papayas have been showing some spectacular defense and the Race have been showing some spectacular pressure, not really allowing for quick goals to happen. But this one's up. It had an opportunity, but neither team could quite find the touch there. And this is going to send us to our second overtime here. Oh my goodness, what a showing.
Yeah, definitely. Another overtime. We'll see if it is just as long or maybe longer than the last one. For the players' sake, I hope not.
Yeah.
But once again, both these teams looking equal to each other right now.
Oh my goodness, Muffin with the 700-pound car there. Able to get a good 50 to keep the pressure. Okay, trying to get something going. Cardboard. Couldn't quite find a touch here. Case is now going to take it down. Minimal boost to work with. Opts for the 50. Able to get it. Wando's going to take control now. He's going to able to pop that one up middle. Cardboard versus Kinetic, but that one's going to fall in front of net. Muffin, not with the best touch there, but K is there to back him up. Wando, back to the mid again. Kinetic, he's up. Tried to drop that one down, but couldn't quite get the little bit of a touch he needed there. Case, to the middle. Muffin, big clear. Oh, and a nice little cutoff there. I couldn't quite see who that one was. But Kinetic is going to take it right back. He's actually going to get a demo for his efforts. He went for the second one, but Muffin able to avoid and get a nice clear out to the corner. Cardboard there. Couldn't quite get what he needed. Case able to beat 2. Just going to get in the way and give Kinetic the open shot as Case just fell right in front of that ball.
Ayaz will finally cave to the Wraith's pressure as an awkward touch from K off the side this time works against him as the ball is centered, and just the attacker is just faster to the ball. The Race will take game 2, and now after another overtime win, this one can still go either way. I feel like both these teams fighting tooth and nail to find any sort of play against each other. What did the Papayas have to do to come back here, though?
It's definitely going to be very dependent on their ability to get out of their own half in this situation, as that seemed to be what was plaguing them. Their quality of shots is honestly spectacular at this point, as they only had their 3 shots to, what is that, 8, 11? 3 to 11 and still able to only lose by 1 in an overtime. So it's definitely going to be very dependent on them breaking out of their own half here.
Yeah, and that's definitely much easier said than done, especially against this Wraith's constant offensive pressure. But I'm going to have to agree. If they can just break out of their half, they've looked fairly accurate on offense. It's just up to whether they can actually get on offense and maintain it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's going to be very exciting. I'm still rooting for the Papayas here to keep something going, as I don't really want to root against either team at this point, as Papayas have really been almost manhandled with the amount of pressure, but yet are able to stay in every single one of these games and have sent both of them to overtime. In fact, winning the first one. Not sure what the first game amounted to, but if it's anything like these two, it was very close.
Definitely is impressive. I just want to note something really quickly. I'm not sure if I'm crazy, or did they change this map slightly? For some reason, it looks different to me.
It's brighter.
Yeah, okay. I thought there was something like the walls look whiter. That brick. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks weird.
It's definitely brighter. I don't know if they brought the sun out. Maybe they added a night map to it, because they added a night map to the beach. I just saw that one. So
Oh yeah,
Sandy
that's a very
Shores
good
or
map.
whatever it is.
Yes, salty shores, I believe. I could be wrong.
Oh my goodness, is
That's
Quando
just
with a
gonna go
huge
in.
duck, and That's
Oh my goodness.
cross field right there. Yeah.
And a nice 50 goes midfield. That looked dangerous for a second from the race, but Kwando absolutely powers through the defender and sends that 50 into the top shelf of the net. A little bit of fortune, but also just a very nice 50 from Kwando.
Yeah, and it's quite. I don't. These games are just mind-boggling to me because in this one, it seems like the Papayas have had majority of the pressure for the first minute, and all it took was one quality play there from Kwando, and it was an insta goal as they were able to send it the long way and score off of it.
Yeah, definitely neither team can afford to hold back any slack. As soon as they let up just the tiniest bit, they risk getting scored on in quick succession. Definitely seeing why both of these teams are undefeated currently.
Yeah, I've very minimal mistakes coming out, and even on top of that, even minimal misses or whiffs, whatever you would like to call them, is they've been going for some pretty. Oh my goodness, is Kwando is absolutely popping off. I know he was plagued a little bit with a shooting percentage in that last one, but this one is 2 for 2.
And Kwando is not looking to take this one to a game 5. He says, we already played an extra game of the series in that one overtime. No need to extend this one any further. I'll do it myself. As he
Yeah,
does have both of the only goals in this matchup and now looking more aggressive than ever.
yeah, they're definitely in a better position than they've been all series as far as we've seen, being that they have a 2-goal lead for the first time. Is the first game did have quite a few goals, but it was just shot for shot, and now in this one, the Rays have taken a 2-0 advantage.
It was a huge demo by Cardboard, almost resulting in some counterplay, but unfortunately none of his teammates were there to counter. And that's a nice pass to Kinetic. Lots of good plays coming out from either side once again, but none capitalizing just yet.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great showing from both teams as Papayas have really turned on the do or die mode and kept up the pressure, but the quality of what the Rays have pulled out in this game so far is just immaculate. They are 2 for 2. Is oh my goodness, Muffin Mateo, he's gonna get a power flick there, and he's gonna send that one from mid-court.
And what a volley from Muffin. A nice setup from Cardboard. Two defenders caught slightly out of position. Looks like Case was running low on boost. Muffin does well to put that one top shelf far out of reach of the defender there.
Yeah, that was very good speed from Muffin. There's any slight hesitation would have resulted in a completely different outcome, but nonetheless, they bring it back within one and have the opportunity here. Case almost Goomba stomps that one into his own goal, but luckily able to get back to it first as a huge dunk comes out. That one's going to just be a slow roller by Muffin Mateo.
And all of a sudden, the game is tied up once again. Muffin reads Kinetic like a book. Kwando can't really blame him for not expecting that ball to just roll directly into his net. And it's slow, but it is effective. Now, once again, we're in another tied game situation.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of pressure that the Papayas have had in this one, you kind of have to expect it to come out, as they've had almost probably, I would give them at least 90% of this pressure. It was just two very quality counterattacks that led to the Race initial lead there.
They still are continuing that pressure. That's a good bump, though. Muffin with a clutch save. Oh my goodness.
That was an amazing save by Muffin. Is that would have been devastating to claw back those 2 goals in this type of matchup, and just to give up that one off a really good bump play. It's K, pops one up, Muffin bails him out straight onto Cardboard. Cardboard couldn't quite find the flick, and Case pops that one up. Cardboard trying to send this one out, sent it middle, but K, he's able to send that one across and away from his own box there. Muffin now trying to get this one out. Little hope from Cardboard to send it the long way. Case waiting on it, able to find it. Gets bumped off of it. Might be able to get back to it, but not quite. K just wants to hit everybody. As an unfortunate bump on his own team comes there. So this one's now going to lead to some race pressure. Muffin, yet again, able to get back in the nick of time in that one. Gets that one. Case now. He's up with it. Tried to get that one middle to a teammate, but the teammate jumped earlier. Kinetic to the middle to Quando. Quando tried to volley at that on net, but Muffin being just an absolute brick wall there. It's a little bit of a double commit comes out, but the counterattack didn't come quick enough, as unless somebody could score a last second goal here, it looks like we might be 3-on-3 for overtimes. And if I was a betting man, I'd almost bet that game 1 also went to an overtime at this rate.
I would not bet against you there. As there is still an opportunity here for the Papayas, that ball will drop though. The Papayas were holding on for dear life in the last minute of gameplay there. Muffin especially coming through, making huge saves for his team, keeping them in the series, keeping their undefeated streak alive. Now we have to see if they can continue on and bring us to a Game 5, the Game 5 that we all want, but the Papayas want the most. That's a huge fake from Kinetic though, and he might be on the dribble. K shuts it down just barely.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate flick attempt, as that one just literally rolled off the edge of his car before he got the flick. Could have been completely different outcome of that one, but nonetheless, a great play coming out from K. As Quando now, he's going to try to get this one started again after taking a little bit of a barrage. Case up, sends it to the wall. Kinetic's going to try to chase this one down. Back gets the demo, but not the touch, as Muffin, he's got the ball, he's got the demo, but nobody was quite ready. As Kinetic, he's got one to beat, but Cardboard able to just beat him by a hair there to the ball. This one kind of dangerous. Case racing towards it. Cardboard, oh my goodness, Cardboard with an amazing 50 there. This game is ramped up to, you know, at least 110% now, as I'm barely able to keep up. And I feel like I don't do that bad casting our Rival and Titan matches, but now this one's just going exponentially faster than I expected.
Yeah, this is some incredible Challenger gameplay we're seeing here. Really, definitely the best of the best, as both teams equal to every single blow that's being thrown, but eventually one is going to break through, and we'll just have to see who it is first. Papaya's here with another high backboard hit, and they will get the goal to tie this series and bring us to a Game 5.
Yeah, very great read there by Cardboard. Able to send that one just up as the defender got caught sitting there for half a second. As there it is. I was trying to find the flame for the blue team. But yeah, I mean, great showing from both teams thus far, and it's going to be very exciting to see who is able to take this last one, as it all comes down to this. As I don't know, it's very hard to say, as Race have had the upper hand so far.
It seems like they have had part of the upper hand, but really it seems like there almost has been no upper hand. Both teams are looking like they can take this, and really, I have no idea who to call for taking this Game 5. I mean, you could try to say that the Papayas have some momentum winning this game, but you thought they would have momentum after winning a 7-minute overtime, and still the Race came back, took them to overtime once again, and they got the win in that game. Now they've lost in overtime once again. Will they be able to handle another overtime if we go to it? I mean, I think the Race kind of just have to, or either team here is going to be trying to shut this down before it can reach overtime. The nerves have to be at an all-time high.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be an all-time high. As Papayas, oh my goodness, an unfortunate miss, but able to get cleared out just in time by Cardboard. There's the Race. We're starting to set up for some offensive pressure. And yeah, this is going to be a spectacular game for sure. I don't know. I'm rooting that we get maybe another overtime here, just a flawless series of overtimes, but they are taking a tremendous amount of time to play this series, as I have not seen a series last this long in Nemesis yet. Oh my goodness, quite a few misses come out there in front of the net, but K able to get that one cleared out with some spectacular mechanics there. This one's going to be sent to the corner. Muffin sending it back. Quando getting dunked out by Muffin. Muffin really wants to push some offense here. Oh my goodness, an amazing shot comes out from K, and there's almost nothing you can do about that one.
Papayas get the first strike. They've been looking for it all series. An unfortunate clear by Kinetic just kind of placed it in the perfect spot for K to take a shot, and he does well to place that one over the defender. Unsavable Nye. And the Papayas will take a lead. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Yeah, with the way this game's going, it's going to be very interesting to see what they go forward with. Is both teams are coming out firing shots left and right, and I almost feel like with how the series has gone, it would almost be in Papaya's favor to try to make the big clears and keep this keep some boomer ball going so they don't have time to set up.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous to give this race offense any time to try and calculate an attack. Just sending the ball back into their half and keeping them on defense is definitely the play the Papayas are going to be looking for, as they're looking for a highlight reel goal, actually. No fear on in their eyes as this ball barely rolling Muffin will finally pound it into the net.
It's amazing attempt there by Muffin. Unfortunate for the crossbar there, but Case with a great save. Is I probably would have hit that in myself, and Muffin unrelentingly giving up there as he's able to finally send that one home.
Now with 3 minutes left, the Papayas are up 2 goals. The furthest lead they've had all series. Can they hold on to it against the race and continue to come back in this win? It's not going to be easy as Case puts one in to bring them within 1.
Yeah, some high octane offense right there as they just kept pounding that ball there for those 15 to 20 seconds it was, and able to get a quick goal out of it. Probably the quickest goal we've seen all series.
Definitely one of them, and the race showing they will not go down without a fight. They want to keep their undefeated streak alive just as much as the Papayas, and they don't want to lose an almost hour-long series for it to end either.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very long series here, and a very long fight, but you got to give both teams prop for fighting as well as they have and not burning out. As we're now gonna see Kinetic here try to push some offense. He's able to get it past the last defender, but Quando not quite ready for that to happen. He's gonna get demoed for his attempts to keep some offense. Cardboard to the middle. Not sure if he was looking for the pass or the shot, but a little off there as nobody else was also there. Kinetic now. He's on this one, able to get it past one, send it down. But apparently it counted as a shot, and K with a good save for it. Case now, popping in the midfield, Kinetic, send it to the corner. Muffin with a big clear. He's actually going to get a second touch here, able to get it past 2. Kinetic, able to send this one down. Oh my goodness, Case was just baiting him there, waiting for his touch mid. Cardboard though, able to get a clear out. Case clears it right back. K with an inopportune miss coming out from the entire team there, but luckily Cardboard able to get back in time, and K with a great save to follow it up.
And the situation has gone so sticky for the Papayas so many times here. The race just barely avoiding scoring, but it's looking like any second the race are going to tie this one up. They just need to find that one shot to put it home. They've had plenty of opportunities, but still the Papayas holding on just as well as ever.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Papayas are holding on really well, and in fact generating quite a bit of their own offense here and there, as we just saw one right off the crossbar. It's Kinetic, gonna try to get a pass play back to Case, but didn't quite work out in their favors. Papayas have started up their offense yet again. Case, he's gonna send this one down. Get a nice 50 there on K. Muffin though, is gonna keep that one out of his own box. That one booming over to Kinetic, and Case is, we're gonna say secure the goal because of the dire situation they were in there.
Secure, steal, it's all the same thing. In a Nemesis League game, there's no such thing as a goal steal because you need to make sure the ball's going in net, even if the only chance of it not is a person teleporting into net. And now the race will tie up the series, or will tie up the game. The series score also tied. And now, once again, it's anyone's game. I honestly have no idea who's going to come out on top here.
Yeah, it's definitely very anybody's guess here, as this one almost dangerous there by Muffin. In fact, that one right off the crossbar by Cardboard, and that's very unfortunate. But with only 10 seconds left, all they can do is pray to hold out as the Race have started their offense, which is usually not very good for any team on the receiving end. But Cardboard able to get a big play. Nobody quite there. Quando tried to pass that one middle, but Case was not on the same page there.
And the full series overtime will commence. One final overtime to decide the victor of this series, who remains undefeated. And that's a nice shot by Kinetic. Race going to come out swinging immediately.
Yeah, Racer definitely a team to start the swinging. I mean, Papayas have had some good starts and some good opportunities. As there's one there that caused a triple commit, left the net wide open, but an unfortunate bounce as that had a lot of power to it there by K, and is gonna save Race from their triple commit, which is very unfortunate. I'm sure both teams are beating themselves up over a couple of shots there. Oh my goodness, Quando coming in for what I believe. No, that was last game. That was his first goal of this one.
That's gotta hurt if you're the Papayas. They had the open net right in front of them. Muffin just gets a poor touch that bounces over the crossbar, and Quando will not miss his open net opportunity. A beautiful series from both teams, played to their hearts out. And in the end, the Race will barely edge out this victory, but that is not a convincing win. Definitely expect to see both of these teams in the playoffs, and I look forward to when they meet again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a really good matchup when they meet again, and it's going to be a very intense matchup, as that one could still fall on Papayas next time they meet, as I'm pretty sure you almost play everybody twice, and this is a matchup I hope to see again on stream.
Yeah, I definitely hope to see it once again. I think it's gonna be hard to recover from that match. Definitely gonna be one we're thinking about for the near future. But we will have to get underway with the next match as soon as possible,
Yeah.
as it is already 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute little break here and try to set things up as fast as possible. Hopefully we'll come back before 5 minutes, but stay tuned. This one's going to be coming back real quick for game number 2.
Welcome back, everybody, to another night of Nemesis action. We are here for our second matchup of the night, where we got Faded versus Origin, and I'm joined by the man who just was sweating bullets on stream, pulling out the Game 5 dub, Kinetic.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, I mean, what a last game. I mean, this is going to be just as exciting, to be honest. I mean, it's going to be such a close series between the two teams. This could go either way at this point.
Yeah, we got a few players from the Prospect League from Season 3. Most notably, we got Midnight and Jaegers from the past season. And we also got a few come-ups this season. I think Zingy's team is one of the more notable ones on Faded. And I think both these teams are on the come-up here between Faded and Origin, so it should be close here to see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very close matchup, to be honest. I think Faded have got their mechanics over them, but I think it's going to be a very, very close, fast series. It's going to be a very high-level prospect. I think this is two of the top teams we've got in Prospect this season. So.
And Midnight used to be on the Banshees, which was my org affiliate, and I know he wanted to get off the team as soon as the season ended, so I'm interested to see how Faded plays out with him for the rest of the season, but he's definitely a solid player, and maybe if he can work pretty well with Zingistein, or Zabungi, excuse me. And I'm not sure who the third is, I'm going to be honest.
I think it's Pygo. Is Pygo maybe Faded? I'm not entirely sure, but all I know is the Faded team, they've got such a strong roster anyway. I mean, in Midnight and Zabungi, Midnight being the only person that actually gave me a lost in Prospect last season. So, still a bit of hate for him there. But we have to see how they go. It's going to be a very close matchup.
Yeah, and one of the players couldn't figure out how to join the lobby correctly, so we are getting this one back up, and they should be getting on in here for a second so we could get this second series of the night underway. But you got any pre-match predictions here, Kinetic?
I'm gonna have to stick with Faded. I've played with Midnight Zabungi quite a lot, and I've seen the ability that they can bring out, and I think they're going to take this one 3-1.
Alrighty, I think I might have to go with Faded. I'm gonna go Game 5 though, 3-2 fashion, and it is actually Pygo that's going to be on Origin, who played in Prospect last season as well on Ember, and we'll have to see if he can get on a winning team here in Origin this time. It's now Midnight in the midfield, not finding the touch. Jaeger's getting a good 50 off to the side. Parallax beating out Pygo. All the Faded players clustered in the midfield as Parallax rotating back. Still able to get it over everyone using all his boost. Searching for that demo, but couldn't quite find it. And Jaeger's with the early touch is going to give it straight to Zabungi. It's Midnight cutting Parallax. Going to allow Parallax for the shot, but a lot of time for Pygo to work his way into this dribble off the sidewall. Looking for the pass down to the mid. Slow play, but not quite able to get it through again. And to start off this first minute, we got a lot of midfield control as a shot gets put on, but a great save from Zabungi. Pygo up again, and we're starting to see some action here, Kinetic.
I told you that these guys' mechanics are near enough challenger level, in my opinion. These guys just look amazing as Midnight carries one, and Zabungi left with the open net, and it's 1-0 to Faded.
Yeah, you as soon as you said the word mechanics, Midnight pulling out a good air dribble. Parallax kind of with the risky demo attempt right there. Maybe should have just waited for the 50, but either way, Zabungi able to clean it up off that great play from Midnight right there.
Kind of concerned the Parallax was going to make the save there on the wrong team.
Yeah, a little close there, but still able to secure the goal just past the minute mark. And Midnight definitely the player to look out for in those situations. Now, Lightning God, shot of his own, and Jaegers couldn't find the bump onto Parallax. Parallax was just sitting in there, and Jaegers flew right past him. Another good 50 from Midnight. Putting Origin on the back foot, and Jaegers not enough boost to get up for that challenge. And Origin in a little bit of a disarray at the moment. Again, as the shot leaving in front of the net, Jaegers able to pull it out at the last second. As Zabungi comes flying in, unable to find a touch. Midnight off his own sidewall. Now in the 1v1 is Pygo, and he's going to slip it in off the side, but it's not quite in. The follow-up is there from Lightning God, though.
Yeah, they just started to pile on a lot of pressure. I was just about to say that the guys are giving a lot of respect to each other and allowing each other a lot of time, but then Origin just up it and put loads of pressure on, and LTN just left with an open goal.
Yeah, the respect a little too much there from Parallax. He was kind of just sitting on the back post, and that allowed Pygo to put that shot on the near post, almost able to slot it in himself, but once again, another good play or good shot that didn't quite go in, resulting for a goal for both these teams. And off the kickoff, quick action, and Lightning God's going to get another one.
Again, Lightning God just keeping so much pressure on the back foot. He saw Parallax was awkward, and he just managed to slot it straight into the top corner.
Yeah, Zabungi, Parallax, they were kind of just staring at each other on the goal line, wondering who was going to go, and honestly, neither of them were in a good position to try and make any quality touch on that. And now Origin coming back from the 1-goal deficit to be up one of their own.
Origin are definitely starting to put a lot of pressure on these guys, just sitting there and keeping them pinned in their own area, taking all of the boost. Surely this pressure has to slow down at some point.
Yeah. Faded, they started off pretty hot, but now Origin kind of clapping back. Another good shot from Pygo, just missing its mark. As Lightning God's going to turn quick and shut down the counterattack. Another one almost going in. And we were kind of hyping up Faded before this match, but they still got 2 minutes to work with. But Origin, they're looking really good at the moment. I'm not sure if you're seeing anything from Faded specifically they need to improve on.
They just need to control the midfield a little bit more. They're just taking touches and giving them possession straight back to Origin. They're just not making any difference from the touches, following it, or putting any pressure on these.
Yeah, a mistake coming out from Origin, almost leading in another shot opportunity. Jaeger's getting a good save, but only to Zabungi, as Pygo will clear that across his own net, and Faded's starting to mount some pressure, but still Origin hanging on. Another solid clear there, as Midnight will surely bang this one back. Up over to Parallax, can he find the redirect? Over the crossbar, Midnight leaving it for Zabungi, but not enough time, and Jaeger's sitting with the open net. Can he convert? He cannot, and that's gonna fall out. Lightning God, and a calamity for Origin.
Origin were left with a 3-1. Zabungi overcommitted in the midfield as third man, and all Jaegers had to do was put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, just sometimes the open nets are the hardest ones to hit, and maybe his teammates just didn't know he let him have enough time, but I mean, either way, he's got to convert on that, as Faded still have a minute here to try and tie this game up.
Yeah, Faded right now just looking extremely awkward. They look boost starved 90% of the time, and they're just not they're not getting rid of that pressure.
Yeah, as you say that though, Midnight, solid challenge from his own box as Zabungi makes another mistake as third man, but Midnight sneaking it past one, trying to get it past Pygo, but the ball stuck in this corner. It's Parallax again. This ball continues to be stuck in this corner as a missed challenge coming out from Zabungi. Midnight on the dribble in the 1v2. Still able to keep it in this orange half, as now Origin have been stuck for the last 30 seconds. Pygo with a great save off to the side, forcing the double commit though. It's now Lightning God in the 1v1. In the final seconds here, Kinetic. Faded are going to have to pull something out.
Yeah, they've got to look for something special right now, whether that's going to be a bit of a Midnight mechanical genius again, or I don't know what they're going to do, but it looks like this game's closed out.
Yeah, indeed. The ball will touch the ground off that double commit, and kind of a sour way to end for Faded. They got such a hot start, sitting at 9 shots, actually outshooting Origin only by 1, but they got that great play from Midnight to start it off. Good momentum starter. And then Origin kind of got 2 easy goals right back, and honestly should have had a third one. So Faded's offense, it looks good, but defense just wasn't up to snuff to start off the series.
Yeah, I mean, that's showed the difference so far. I think I've said it every time I've been on stream, but defense wins games, and obviously Origin coming out with 5 saves and Faded only coming out with 4, but that one extra save is what made the difference.
And we saw in the series you were just playing in between the race and the Papayas that the defense was key. One just tiny slip up right around Challenger League and up, one little mistake, the speed of play, it will make the difference. But even Prospect, one tiny little mistake can also make the difference as well, even though the pace of play is a little slower. And we saw Jaegers, he had the mistake pinned, had the open net, but couldn't convert. But more often than not, Faded's mistakes outweighed Origin's, and that's what led Origin to take the first game at least.
Yeah, most definitely. I think for this game, Faded definitely just start improving the midfield, holding the ball a little bit more, and just stop giving away possession so much, because that's why they kept having so much pressure taken on them. What do you think, Bagels?
Yeah, I think they just need the Zabungi as third man was a little suspect to start off the series here. We'll have to see how they make adaptations for game 2 and on, but I'm looking at Zabungi right now. It seemed like Midnight and Parallax had a connection between the two of them, and Zabungi, he just couldn't find the touches when Faded needed them most, but still plenty of time left in this series for Faded to come back into it.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially only been in game 2. Hopefully nerves will start settling down. We'll put game 1 down to nerves, and hopefully from game 2 they'll start coming back.
Definitely is. Lightning God looking to take it past, and there's Zabungi getting a good touch, getting another, beating out the whole Origin team. As Pygo balling out his own teammate, awkward off the backboard, but nobody can find the touch. As Jaegers safely gets it away into the midfield, as Pygo has to make another save.
Yeah, you
Now
don't see open nets missed in Prospect. There was a couple missed in our game as well.
As now off the demo, Parallax last back, he little hesitant, goes for the boost steal, and by the time he does go, Midnight comes flying out of the net. And
Yeah.
another misrotation from Faded, giving Origin an easy goal.
Yeah, their positioning just looks extremely awkward, and Origin are just looking to play around that and just capitalize on their mistakes all the time.
Yeah, and Origin, they've been awkward themselves on defense, but more often than not, it seems like Jaeger's had to make some saves right on the goal line inside the box. There's another one from the man himself, and every time they're able to send these shots away. And Origin, they're just coming to play on defense at the moment.
I don't know what is going on with Faded right now, but they just look so sloppy. They don't want to. They've got no momentum going for them. I don't know what's going on with their comms, but they're just playing slow. They're missing so much. Really unusual to see from Faded.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Faded's schedule has been up until this point, although here's a shot opportunity. Midnight, it goes in, but not a confident shot at all. We're just talking about how they're not looking clean, and that just did look so awkward for him.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice pass set up from Zabungi to beat the second man, but Midnight just looked scared going for that shot as if he thought he was going to miss.
Yeah, either way, I'm expecting more from Midnight after he pulled off that great play in Game 1. I mean, granted, the goal found its way into the net, but either way, Midnight with the slow shot. It's a slow roller, but it'll get the job done. But I was going to say, I'm not sure what Faded's schedule has been up until this point, but Origin has been looking good as of late, so maybe just weren't expecting this much fight out of Origin.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I mean, sometimes you can underrate the underdogs a little bit, and it put a lot of pressure on yourselves when they do go one game up.
And now Lightning got in the midfield. Good bang on the net. Zabungi there on the backboard to send it away, but straight back to the midfield. Jaeger's with the shot, but he couldn't find the touch. That's going to allow a tactical whiff with another shot on Pygo there, and he'll get it in off the rebound.
What an amazing first save from Midnight. The ball was 90% in, just an amazing save, and then Pygo just follows his touch, and no one there to help Midnight at all.
Yeah, and Jaeger's missing that ball in the box. Kind of worked as a tactical whiff there for Lightning got to put the original one on net, but
We call
that
those
great
fakes
save
down
from
here.
Midnight, just couldn't get it out.
We call those fakes down here.
Yeah. It's now Midnight rushing in, getting this one to the corner, looking to beat it past Pygo, but Pygo able to keep this one in the corner. Lightning God there, sending it out. Midnight half rotating, keeping the pressure up. He's got a lot of space to work with. Origin are respecting Midnight a lot at the moment. It's now on the opposite side. Parallax, not a very good hit off to the side, but Midnight again, the person there to collect the ball up for another, was looking for the bump, but wasn't able to sneak it through. And we were looking for Zabungi to step up, but now Parallax and Zabungi, it just seems like Midnight's the only player on the field touching the ball for Faded at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely seeming like the carry right now. Hopefully the other two can highlight their show. We get a little bit more of a closer game, but right now Midnight's mechanics are just looking so much better than everybody else who's on the pitch.
Yeah, he's just a certified ball chaser at the moment, and it's keeping his team somewhat in this game. Although they're still down a goal. Final minute. Weren't able to mount the comeback in Game 1, but still got a lot of time to work with. Pygo getting the demo on one. As Midnight rushing in again, gets ace combated out of the sky. And Pygo will turn on this in the midfield, getting a good 50. Lightning for the shot, putting it on. Midnight last back, and he can't find a good save this time. And Origin will find the 2-goal lead they were looking for.
Amazing placement from LTN God there. That was just perfect and left Midnight extremely awkward. He just couldn't reach it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Midnight did just get demoed and he came off the spawn. And I think he boosted over to the corner boost, but there was no boost to be had. And by the time he came back, the shot was already top right. And he probably only had about 10 boost and just couldn't get up for that one. And then now the rotation was starting to look a little solid from Faded, but a couple of demos were able to break it. As the main talking point for Faded here has been that defense, their rotation just not where it needs to be. As Origin continuing to put these shots on. Only sitting at 6, but still outweighing Faded at the moment. As now down by 2, 40 seconds. It will probably be another Origin victory that's going to put them up at 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 up to Origin. I mean, neither of us thought that was going to be the case at all. I mean, they're just playing so much better than what Faded are at the minute. They actually look like a team. Faded just slowly starting to look a bit more lost as they get further in.
Yeah, as another one almost rolling in. But either way, final seconds counting down. Origin will secure this one as Jaegers will clean that up and get another goal for himself.
Jaeger's in up with an open net just from a nice, a bit of a whiff from Midnight actually. Just left him with an open net. Zabungi was just left stranded and nothing to do.
Yeah, not much you could do there if you're Zabungi as the third man. But you know what? I should have had more faith in my boy Jaegers. He can step up at times. Granted, that was an easy goal for him right there, but either way, Origin looking dominant. And I wasn't too familiar with Lightning God before, but definitely remember Pygo from last season. But Origin, they're sitting at 2-2, so I'm not sure exactly what the results were from their first 4 games, but they are looking good at the moment.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Lightning got the same for me. I'd never heard of him before, but he's looking amazing part of the team. He's holding his own. He's playing well in position, and Origin look like a team right now.
Yeah, and anytime they are awkward on defense, they're just finding those saves. And then granted, the one time they slipped up Midnight, he was able to put a slow roller on and honestly should have been there for the shot. But either way, it seems like 90% of the time, Origin and primarily Jaegers are finding these saves on the goal line. And Faded, perhaps if they had better transitions off of defense, just better defense in general, they would be able to put more shots on and eventually might be able to have hopes at breaking down this Origin team. But now they're finding themselves sitting in the reverse sweep scenario, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Fade are definitely not looking like they're going to get a reverse sweep under any circumstances. They need to change a lot with their game. They need to be a little bit more faster and just start playing like a team. Look for pass plays and just try and outplay Origin. As hard as that may seem right now for them.
Yeah, and I believe one of the Faded players didn't ready up in between that intermission, taking the extra time, maybe trying to get some sort of pep talk going.
Yeah, maybe try to calm these guys down because right now they just seem panicked.
Yeah, good start off the kickoff, and they're gonna go in a banger from Parallax to go top right.
Yeah, perfect placement there for Parallax. I don't know what Midnight said to him in that interval, but it's seeming to work already.
Yeah, I mean, just a quick transition off the kickoff, a few bumps coming out, and within 7 seconds, they will find themselves in the lead like game 1. And I don't know what it is, I don't know if this is you, but this map is very shiny right now. I don't know if this is like a new thing with the update, but this map is really shiny.
You know, I just thought the exact same thing. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was my eyes at first because it's so late for me, but apparently it's not if you're seeing it as well.
They just turned high gloss mode on. I'm not sure what the update did, but it's like an ice rink at the moment. But Origin, they're gonna clap right back off the big clear from Jaegers.
Jaegers with a massive clang from there, all the way back in his own half. The Faded team just didn't seem to rotate. There was no third guy, and they just got left for a perfect shot straight just out of reach of Zabungi.
Yeah, it almost looked like the ball picked up speed off the ceiling. Maybe the high gloss smoothness putting a little bit of extra miles per hour on that ball. But either way, a good hit from Jaegers on the counterattack goal to tie it back up 1-1. And Faded, as quickly as they got the momentum, the quicker it went away, as Zabungi, again as third man, able to find the touch this time. As Parallax will send it to the corner. And
He's
again,
just not
off the
confident right now.
Yeah.
He just seems to be panicking third man. I don't know if they're playing a different play style, but he just doesn't seem like that's where he's meant to be.
It seems like both Parallax and Zabungi are a little slow in the air on defense, as Midnight is the only one that's playing with a zero hesitation attitude at the moment. Every time Midnight's on the ball, he's looking for bumps, looking to get the quickest approach possible. And Zabungi and Parallax, they're having a little bit of hesitation issues as the net's open again, and Pygo will convert.
Yeah, Zabungi just left awkward yet again. Midnight forming a bit of a double commit. Don't know what's going on in the comms there, but then Pygo was just left with the open net from Jaeger's pass.
Yeah, Zabungi perhaps hesitating a little too much, and Midnight trying to force a challenge out of that unfortunate situation. And I mean, Zabungi playing too hesitant, Midnight playing too aggressive, and another open goal for Origin. That's about half the goals for them in the series. Jaeger's putting another good one on, and they'll go in off the whiff in the net.
Parallax left with a really awkward touch here that just set Jaegers up perfectly, and he just caught Midnight just out of net slightly, and he just put in that perfect placement out of his reach.
Yeah, and another save that should have been made on the Faded team. None of these shots should really be going in. I mean, Midnight was there. It was a good shot, but Midnight should have found the save. And they
Yeah, right
got the
now,
good goal off the quick off, and now 3 quick ones right back for Origin.
Yeah, I mean that must be a massive hole in the wound right now. They thought there was something out in the comeback start off really well, but they've just slowly gone back into the same rut. I don't know what's wrong with these guys right now.
Yeah, still 3 minutes to work with. Only a 2-goal deficit as now Origin make a mistake of their own. Double commit, but Faded not able to convert on it as once again Zabungi and Parallax clustered together. And nobody was ready to pounce on that ball. Here's Parallax off the backboard. Pygo not able to find the touch. Midnight getting a good 50 to keep it in this half. And Zabungi, it seems like he's been back for what seems like 20 seconds. Finally rushing in. And we're just about to approach halftime, and Zabungi, he's barely cleared 20 points at the moment.
Yeah, I've said from the start, these guys are giving way too much respect to each other. They're not shutting each other down. They're just allowing Origin to play their game. And Faded just seemed stuck in their own half the entire time.
Yeah, and anytime they do, the story of this series has been anytime Faded can put shots on, Origin are finding these saves. Granted, they've only had to make 2 this time, but a good pass to the midfield, and finally is in the right spot where he matters most.
What an amazing pass, a lovely bit of pressure from there from Midnight. Perfect pass down to Zabungi, just snapped him out of the air, and Zabungi just left with the open goal.
Midnight, just the certified ball chaser, hitting that ball 3 times that dished that one perfectly out in the middle, and that's the speed that Faded needs to play with if they're going to have any hope of coming back in this series against Origin. And Zabungi finally had the confidence to push his way up into the field, right into Origin's box to sneak that one in.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from right now, but they're finally starting to find a bit of pressure from Faded.
Yes, here's Zabungi again, off the sidewall, getting it past another, but only over to Lightning God. We'll dish that one onto the backboard. Midnight not able to find a touch, but Lightning God couldn't convert on another open net. As now Pygo left in the 1v2. Zabungi trying to get it to the middle. Parallax there, but unable to find the shot on the net, instead keeping it into the corner. As Midnight will continue to harass everybody on the Origin team. Dishing it to the middle again. Zabungi couldn't find the connection this time, and another opportunity gone awry for Faded.
Yeah, Midnight again with a lovely pass. All Zabungi had to do was get a touch, and that was another goal, and all of a sudden they're straight back in this game.
Yeah, still confidence mounting for Faded. Zabungi not able to find the touch off the backboard. It was a tough one to read, but still Faded under duress. Another opportunity as Jaegers was looking for the bump on the last man. And again, as soon as Faded's confidence dropped, they're right back stuck on defense as a pass out to the middle. Lightning God kind of cutting off Jaegers, and now that's going to put them in the 1v1 situation. But Midnight lost the dribble and used up all his boost. It's now another counterattack. Jaegers unable to put that one in a threatening spot. Lightning committing hard as third man. And now Jaegers again with another shot on the net. Good save coming out from Zabungi. And final seconds here again. Every game they've been within striking distance, Kinetic, but they haven't been able to find one.
Yeah, they're gaining striking distance, but they're just not been able to find that final touch, and Origin are just holding the midfield, and it's just keeping so much pressure on Faded that when they do get out, they just forget how to shoot.
And another whiff in the midfield. They will have to find a 0-second opportunity. On the dribble is Midnight, getting over one. Parallax extending the play, and Midnight, he couldn't find the touch. Maybe if he put that one on net, I'm not sure if he would have found the angle, and Zabungi was too far back either way, but if that had been a miracle play, and that will be kind of an easy sweep coming out from Origin. Not much resistance from Faded.
Faded just didn't seem like they wanted to play. Origin just, they showed up, they were ready, they were playing as a team, they were playing really well. They played amazing today, but they just seemed to want it more than Faded. Faded just didn't want anything to do with them right now.
Yeah, so much hesitation from both Parallax and Zabungi. I'm not sure if this is the starting roster or what their fourth player is, but either way, Zabungi and Parallax have been solid players in the past, so should be able to support Midnight. But either way, they were just so hesitant. Midnight seemed like the only person who had the confidence to just ball chase the ball like nobody else on the pitch, even on the other side. Pygo was solid, but Midnight appeared to be the standout player of the series.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, and I believe that is their starting roster. In fact, just to confirm, and they just didn't look like they were meant to be a starting roster together. I mean, they were just under each other's feet whenever they did have possession. They didn't look like for pass plays as a team. They just didn't hold any pressure. It just looked extremely awkward for them.
Yeah, and it seemed like the only time Faded really wanted it, they really had the confidence to go for some good plays. It was that Midnight air dribble to start off the series, and another play where Midnight found Zabungi right there with that quick pass play from the corner. But either way, Origin, they looked solid on defense, solid on offense, but the main reason that Faded weren't able to even find a win in the series, completely getting 3-0 swept, was that defense and just the hesitation in the rotation. Midnight was just trying to hard carry, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Origin looked amazing throughout the series, and I think they're gonna be a real good contender for Prospect this season.
Yeah, but Faded will be moving to 3-2, and same for Origin, both tied at 3-2. And they're going to be playing again a second time in the season, and Faded are going to want to have to put up a fight if they're going to want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Granted, it is early, but you got to be looking confident on the field against these teams that you're not going to be playing for a while.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think Faded just lacks confidence throughout. Origin seemed to have thrived with it, and Faded just had nothing.
Well, we both doubted Origin. We thought it would be a 3-1, maybe a 3-2 coming out from Faded, but Origin and Jaegers and company will take the dub. And next up, we are going to be heading back to the Prospect League. We're going to be looking at the Jaguars versus Velocity, and we'll have that one up for you after the break. Catch you guys then.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our final match of this evening. I am proud to present you with the match this evening, your boy Psychonautic in the booth, bringing you some casting, and I'm joined again by the same guy that joined me last time because we brought such fire to the booth together. Seabiscuit, how are you doing, my dude?
I'm here for the spicy and meatballs.
Oh, that's good, because I think we're going to have quite a bit tonight. In the Prospect League, we're going to round it out. Jaguars versus Velocity. Now, Jaguars have had one of the roughest starts in a season. 0-4, they haven't been able to bag a win yet, unfortunately. But Velocity, on the other hand, has had quite the opposite, as they're currently the number one team in the power rankings, having only taken one loss so far. So, what do you know about this situation, Seabiscuit?
Well, I know Jaguars is definitely a good team with Drizzy Cliffs and my homie Control Alt Elite from Season 1 Wyverns. It's my boy. And they're definitely a really good team and a fierce opponent for this Velocity team to deal with. But we did, during our pre-season, pre-draft try out Milk for sure, and I think one other player on their team, but I can never get his name right, so I'm just not even going to try to botch it. But Milk, I know, is a very solid player, someone that my captain, C-Money, really wanted on the team, but we had better options at the time. And I'm pretty sure we watched an upset just the other day, you and me casting. So our casting curse is Upset City. I think that Jaguars better be afraid that you and me were put on the casting desk for this one.
Yeah, that might be very true. And I know Velocity just recently made some, or no, not Velocity, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it was Velocity that just made some roster moves, didn't they? Didn't they just pick up I Fear the Beard?
That is very true. I'm bad at, for a GM, I'm really bad at keeping up with transactions. So,
Yeah, I think that is what happened. And you mentioned Milk. I played with Milk, and that boy goes hard in the paint. But then again, you know, like you said, Control Elite, we've seen him go crazy. And Drizzer, too, he has a reputation of getting things done on the pitch.
Yeah, I think it, as any prospect game can come out down to, though, at the end of the day, it's about who shows up and who plays better, right? We don't expect perfect consistency out of the prospect league, and it's not a shot at them, but one team could show up and one team could not any night, and that's the exciting part to me of every prospect match. Is there's no guarantees for any team 1 through 10 in the power rankings, or 10 can't beat 1, or 1 can't lose to 7, anything like that, you know? So that's really exciting. It makes it really fun because you never know the outcome for sure.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page there. I totally agree with that statement. That is the biggest thing is inconsistency. And I know in my play style, personally, that's pretty much the same thing, which is why I even dropped from prospect to novice, because my inconsistency rate is so high.
No, you were just trying to farm championships.
That's what it was.
You're now the resident sandbagger. I used to be last season, but you're now the sandbagger. Dropping empanadas like that.
I love it. I'm loving it. Oh man. And I'm not sure what we're waiting on. I believe we are ready to get the players going on the pitch. Everybody looks in the lobby. Yep, here we go. Jaguars going to be running Cliffs, Control, Alt Elite, and Drizzard, while Velocity is going to be starting off with Dan, Milk, and Tobitage. And we are going to get into this game one, Velocity versus Jaguars. The kickoff coming straight live. Tobitage is going to take control of it out the gate, put it up to Dan, who's going to put it out to the mid. Milk is there. He gets a bad touch on it, though, sadly, as it pops up. Cliff is going to take it off the back wall. Dan is going to keep the pressure. A little bit of a fake coming out there, or a miss that turned out to be a fake. Milk is going to touch it to the side. Cliff is going to put it on. It's back. Controlled Elite's up, but he doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Milk finds it in the corner, tries to find a second touch. He's going to slow it down, get on his car, get the flick. That's on, and that is in.
And what great control here by Milk to recognize the space he had, realize he's in a 1v1 with Cliffs, and just show him, boy, I will flick you like a booger. Watch out. And he gets himself the first goal of the series.
Damn, like a booger. That is a flick right there. I know I've gotten some distance on a few myself.
Boogers or flicks?
Flicking boogers. Cliffs with a good save right there. Milk trying to go up with an early 2-point lead, but no, sir. Cliffs is going to come in with another one right there. Put it down for Control, but Control misses his touch. Milk's going to get the save as the ball's up. Cliffs trying to get it again, but Milk's going to tear it down. Control keeping the pressure. Tobitage in the corner, tries to get it past, but Drizzard's going to keep it. He tries to put it in front of the net. He does. Control is there. He gets a weak touch on it. Milk's going to easily clear that thing away. That's a pretty close one right there. I got to admit, Seabiscuit, Jaguars kind of needed it.
And Jaguars definitely needed that shot, and I think they just need to really incorporate a few more passes like that. It's been a lot of solo plays and one-man attacks here by the Jaguars squad, and that was their first real passing attempt, and it may have ended in a slow roller, but at least they threatened the net somewhat.
Ooh, looks like might have a little bit of something happening as Dan was just sitting there, let the ball just whiz past him. Oh my goodness, but he turned around and somehow, I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now, Seabiscuit.
Dan just reading the touch by Cliffs there, and great patience, good shot, especially coming out of a third man as he has proclaimed himself. Really good shot there to take control and just really own Cliffs in that 1v1 situation.
I mean, did you see what happened before? It looked like he was just sitting in the net and the ball rolled past him, dinked off of the corner, and then he just took it and shoved it down their throats. I'm still kind of...
He hit him with the creeping snake maneuver. It's where you act like you're slow and not fast, and then you just crank it up to full speed, and the other team is just surprised, like a snake curled up, ready to attack.
Oh, dang. Is that like a Steam Workshop pack?
Yeah, it's by that Squashy Muffins guy.
Squashy Muffins, I'm loving it. Oh, Control Elite's going to go ahead and try and get this in the corner. He misses his touch, but he ends up faking Toby. Cliffs with the big save as Milk sends a heater in. The ball's going to get bounced by Cliff off of the top of Tobitage. Milk having to make a save. The ball's wide, but Dan's going to make a touch. Milk's going to follow off the wall. We see as he slows it down. He gets a fake on one, tries to get it past Control, but Control smashes it. Dan, off the back wall, pops it up. He's going to go for the second touch, but Drizzard is up there. He's going to get it. Drizzard with another one, missing, but Milk is going to put it on the sidewall. Milk going to slow it down, try and get it to Toby, almost, as he crossed to the mid, but Toby just barely missed it. And we're seeing a lot. Oh my goodness, Velocity, Milk coming in and slamming it home.
And Velocity's doing a great job right now not allowing the Jaguars team any clears. The Jaguars team is just struggling to get the ball anywhere out of their half, and Velocity capitalizing on the vice grip that they're currently putting around this Jaguars team.
Yeah, I was just about to say as they scored that goal that we're seeing an immense amount of pressure come out Velocity, and Jaguars is barely able to even touch the ball. The ball's going to be up. Drizzard going to bounce the ball. He's not going to follow it. They're going to leave it for velocity. Milk's going to take it, but Cliffs came in for the pressure. Toby is going to touch it off the back wall down to Milk. Milk sends it over. Dan is going to come off the sidewall with it. He's going to try and follow it. He gets a second touch. Can he get it past? Drizzard with a big save. Toby trying to clean it up, but Control is going to get another save. And I got to give credit to the Jaguars here, Seabiscuit, as they're not generating a lot of offensive pressure, but they sure are getting a lot of saves.
Yeah, 5 saves on, 8 shots? I mean, they're definitely churning away a lot of shots, and defense is great, but they really need to find a way to churn those great saves and the great counterattacks, or they're just going to keep floundering around their net until they're out of boost, and the vice grip, as we've already brought up, just keeps getting tighter when it happens to you.
That's some awfully big facts right there. You can't win a ball game with absolutely no offense. Milk's going to generate some offense of his own, but Drizzard is going to be there. He's going to get a big clear on it. Toby's going to hit it in the midfield down to Drizzard. Drizzard's going to stick with it, but Dan is going to take it, ping pong it back and forth in between the two teams. His Milk is going to leave it. Sees Control, puts it on the backboard. Milk touches it. Goes to get it out. You can tell that Velocity is really just winding down the clock, knowing that it's practically impossible at this point for Jaguars to bring it back. What do you think, Seabiscuit, going into game 2? Jaguars got to change.
I think they just need to capitalize on the very few mistakes that Velocity is making. I mean, I know it's asking a lot, but there were a few mistakes in there by Velocity that Jaguars had a chance to capitalize on. They just weren't able to churn them in. Example A, Elite's slow roller in front of net. I think if they can capitalize on some of those things, they have a chance to win this. And for the flip, Velocity, I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They're just asserting dominance and really putting it to this Jaguars team.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Every time Milk touches the ball, you can see he consciously slows down and tries to take control of the ball to do something with it, whereas a lot of the Jaguars, it seems like they're just touching the ball to sort of, get it out of the zone that they're in, or to just move it just to move it.
Yeah. Quality touches are a very important part of this series for sure.
And we are going to get now into the action of game number 2. Velocity being up 1-0 in the series, best of 5, as Milk and Control are going to be on the kickoff. Dan's there. He cheated up. He missed a shot, but Toby's there to clean it up, and he gets it.
Yeah, and just a really great touch here by Dan. I mean, you're expecting a shot there. It's Cliffs, but it's just a great touch to the backboard, and the ball slips right behind Elite's poop shoot, and a goal goes out of it.
It's always bad when you sneak behind the poop chute. You got to be careful of that. As Milk is going to miss his second touch, but Drizzard's going to take control. Toby going to take it away from him, but Control's going to keep it up. Dan touching the midfield down to Cliffs, who sends it across to Control. Control tips it up. Drizzard is up for it, gets a touch, but doesn't go where he's wanting it. Cliffs on the backboard. He's going to slow it down. Trying 50 past Milk, but is unable to. Drizzard's going to have to pick it up in the midfield. Toby comes off of the sidewall, but Control is able to knock it away. Dan keeping the pressure for Velocity. Cliffs is going to send it out with a boomer clear. Milk on the sidewall, down back to Drizzard, as this ball is just ping-ponging in the midfield. Neither team is able to really generate much pressure right now, Seabiscuit.
Yeah, it's a lot back and forth, We're watching ping pong, as you said. I mean, neither team really getting good looks, just sending the ball high to the ceiling, but no player yet has been able to make a quality read off any of these high balls and take a shot.
We're coming up on a minute 30 gone. Only one team able to score, Velocity being up 1-0 in the series. And in the game, as a matter of fact, game 2. Cliffs trying to make something happen, but Dan's going to send it back out of his defensive zone. He's going to put in center. Milk is there, but he's a little bit wide. Toby coming in trying to make something happen, but Cliffs is going to clear it out. Dan's waiting. Sends it up the sidewall, but Control sends it back. Toby Sends it all the way down. Dan is there for the redirect. Ooh, that was a very close one. It almost hit the top 90, but it was just wide off the crossbar. Drizzard puts one on. Dan is able to get in front of it and knock it down. The ball rolls up. Toby's going to send it out to the mid. Drizzard's waiting. That could have been dangerous, but his shot was wide. Cliffs keeping the pressure for Jaguars. They're only down by 1 at this point, Seabiscuit. It's still, oh my gosh, as I say that, Dan with a breakaway goal.
And Dan showing a lot of mechanics here in these essentially 1v1 situations. Just reads Drizzard's churn almost immediately and takes a shot. And I don't think Drizzard had a chance to save that pretty much at that point. Like, that ball was a boomer right to the bottom left, right over his head. Just sad watching it. Hearing the Titanic theme song in his head, all of it.
Definitely a sad song. And Jaguars are going to be even more sad if they drop this game too. Having putting themselves in the situation of having a reverse sweep is never ideal. Dan is up. He's going to make the defensive touch. Drizzard's going to keep the pressure. As they 50 the ball in the midfield, Milk going to send it down. Cliffs is going to get the touch in the midfield. Try to get it past Dan. He isn't able to get it over as Dan makes a stop. Milk going to get the pinch. This could be dangerous as the ball is up. Is anybody there? Dan's there, but Cliff with a really big save for his team right there. Only 2 minutes left, though. Jaguars got to figure something out here, Seabiscuit.
And they got to figure something out because, I mean, Velocity is just setting up a tent right now. They might as well be camping on their Jaguars half of the field, and it's just leading to so much pressure and all these open net looks, and right there could have been a goal if Tobatage doesn't hit it away from Dan. It's just so much pressure. It hurts. And they're like a pressure cooker.
Oh, man. That's definitely got to be tense for the players on Jaguars. You know they got to be gripping their controllers something fierce at this point. It's Cliffs trying everything that he can to generate some pressure for his team. Drizzard is going to miss his ball in the backfield. This could be dangerous. They might get punished, but luckily Cliffs is up. Oh, no, that's still center, but Drizzard's going to send it away. Control gets a touch on it, finds a second touch to the mid. It lands straight on Milk. Milk's going to get it past one of the defenders, get it past 2, get it past 3, and Tobatage is going to be there for the cross.
And there's that pressure surmounting. I mean, at some point, you're going to make a mistake, and Velocity capitalizes on that mistake. And great control by Milk to get that ball mid in the first place. Really just doing it all himself. All Tobatage had to do is not screw it up.
And Tobatage did not screw it up. Milk almost able to sneak a 4th goal in there with only 50 seconds left on the clock. Velocity being up 3-0. It's almost looking like we might have another sweep on our hands if Jaguars aren't able to pull something together in this game 3 that we're going to be coming up on in around 30 seconds. The ball's up. Dan is going to try and find it. He does. He sends it over. That's the angle. Oh, my goodness. That's a spicy meatball, Seabiscuit.
Oh, that is a real spicy one. Great touch by Dan. A really impressive shot. And, I mean, you can't ask Cliffs to save that. You can't ask most rival players to save something like that. That is an amazing shot there by Dan. Definitely clip worthy for sure.
Out here looking good as he totes the 3rd man tag. Personally, oh my goodness, he's coming in with another cross, and Toby is going to stack another goal, giving him a hat trick for this evening.
It's a raining goals. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's raining goals. The floodgates are definitely open right now. All that pressure definitely just too much now for the Jaguars, and they got to hope to turn this around at this point going into game 3 all the way to 5.
Definitely. I know personally whenever I'm in this situation and I know the game's going to be a wash, I just try not to let it get under my skin any further so I can just move on to the next goal and hopefully have a clean slate. But Jaguars are definitely going to be fighting the uphill battle of a reverse sweep at this point.
And it is an uphill battle that is possible. I mean, we've seen it before in Nemesis, even on stream. Reverse sweeps happen. I'm not saying this is one, but I think Jaguars, there is a chance that they can just get out of their half and really flip the script on Velocity and put pressure on, because Velocity on defense, I mean, they only had one save. Granted, Jaguars only had one shot. But on defense, they're not as clean as their offensive rotation. There is something there. I think Jaguars could take advantage of. It's just, can they get out of their half and take advantage of that situation?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with you there. From what I've seen and what I know about the Jaguars players, there's definitely potential for them to get something done here. But one thing we may not be considering is that they might just be lacking in the much needed chemistry. The very elusive chemistry that sort of comes and goes at some of the oddest times, at least in my experience.
They do come and go. It is rough when it goes, though. It sucks when the chemistry's gone.
Most definitely. And we're going to get into this game 3. Velocity being up by 2 now, sitting on the match point situation. They only have to win this to go home with a sweep tonight. Hopefully, Jaguars are able to pull something out and take us at least to a game 4, if possibly not a game 5. We need the content. We love the content. And we want to bring you beautiful people as much Rocket League as we can in a single night, as Dan is going to make a good save. Control Elite puts one on net. Dan is going to 50, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Luckily, Milk was back, able to make that save. Milk's going to try and follow it. He sends it down to Toby, but it gets knocked away. Control Elite trying to play more aggressive than we've seen in the last 2 games, which might be the move that they need. Cliff is going to put on the backboard. Control Elite is there. He's not able to put it on net, though. It's unfortunate as Toby's going to take it down the field. He gets the bump on Cliffs. That could have been dangerous, but the ball was not on. Cliffs is going to miss his clear off the back wall, but Drizzard's there to help his team out. Control Elite trying to get it out. But Velocity is starting to apply that pressure that we have been seeing. Oh my goodness, Tobitage is going to miss, but Dan is going to come in, clean it up as the third man, and do exactly what he needs to do, Seabiscuit. I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, but on the flip, I do like that first minute and a half we've had here for the Jaguars. I mean, at least a minute of it, they've been in Velocity's half, and that's exactly what they need to do to give themselves a chance. They can't sit back right now and let these Velocity players have all the pressure. They just need to keep going. Eventually, the dam will break, and they will get a goal. It's just if they can stick with it long enough before their dam gives out.
Most definitely, and hopefully we're going to see that sooner rather than later. 2 minutes having lapsed already, but neither team. Milk is going to, almost there for the double, and Tobitage almost able to clean it up. Dan put it off the back wall, still dangerous. Milk was there, but Control making some good saves, not allowing his dam to crack. No balls is going to get through his concrete walls at this point. Cliffs making the 50. Drizzard is going to send it out. Toby is going to find it in his half. Try and get it past. Cliffs gets the touch. That's up. That's dangerous. Can Drizzard make the touch? He misses, but everybody else missed as well. Control is going to come in for the clear. That's up. Milk with the touch. Drizzard is going to 50, but it looked like a bit of a triple commit. Doesn't look like they're going to get punished too hard for it, though, as Cliffs is able to get back. The ball's going to float. Cliffs is going to get the second touch. Milk's going to miss his touch. It's off the back wall. Somebody could be up for this. Toby. Drizzard is going to keep the pressure for Jaguars. 2 minutes left on the clock. They need something here. They need to get some momentum so they can control this game and start mounting their comeback for the reverse sweep. What are you seeing, Seabiscuit? What's going on at this point?
A lot of really good opportunities so far by the Jaguars. They've put a lot of pressure on and just been half car lengths and millimeters away from finishing some of these goals and open nets that they provided for themselves. And they really need to capitalize here soon just to really give themselves a chance. And what a save by Tobitage.
Tobitage with an epic clutch save right there. The Jaguars were almost able to go up by 1. Seeing way more pressure from the Jaguars right here. And Drizzard is going to come in and knock it in the lower 90. Finally putting Jaguars on the board.
And it took 4.5 minutes, but eventually they got a double commit out of this Velocity team, and Drizzard able to clean up the goal and get a lead, their first lead of the series, I'm pretty sure. And that's a good way to start a reverse sweep right there. Be up 1-0, 2-0.
And it's going to be 2-0 as as Jaguars are going to come in and get an easy goal off of the kickoff. Quite unfortunate. You hate to see that type of situation. But it does happen, and Jaguars going to take it.
Take it all every day of the week for sure.
Every day. I ain't even be salty about it. There's 1 minute left on the clock. Jaguars up by 2, looking like they're going to be able to take this game 3 and push us into a game 4. As Toby's going to miss his touch, but Milk is there to help him out. Toby's going to take control of it, try and take it up the wall. Cliffs tries to come in and mess some stuff up, gets him pulled off the ball as Drizzard's going to come in and take control of it or knock it down. Milk finds it off his back wall. Control Elite got baited into it. The ball's going to fly out and back into the Jaguars' defensive zone. Milk's going to get it past one of the defenders. Control Elite is able to stop it, but Toby is going to 50 and keep the pressure. Cliffs gets a booming clear, and it's sent all the way down. Control Elite is going to find a touch out of the corner. Milk is going to get it up over Drizzard, but Toby's going to take control of it. Cliffs with a 50, and it pinches to the mid. This could be dangerous off the back wall. Drizzard able to find the 50. Oh, he almost finds the touch, and it got saved away. Milk, all it has to do is touch the ground. Control Elite sends it up. Could this be on? I think that's off, but Control Elite almost got there too. Jeez. And the ball's going to touch. Jaguars is going to take this. Game 3.
And that's a big pride game right there for the Jaguars. I mean, you're an 0-4 team playing against Velocity, I think, is number 1 in power rankings right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right.
So you're pretty much 10 versus 1 here, and coming out on stream and getting swept, it's a real pride herder. So bare minimum, if they don't win this next one, even though I would love to see it because content, if they don't, they get to walk away with pride knowing they were able to steal a game and at least have something to build off of, knowing, all right, when we don't play like chickens and hide in our net, we can actually compete with really good teams. And if they can keep that up into this game 4, they could have a real good chance here at this reverse sweep if they can really keep the pressure. Because I think they spent about 4 minutes of that game on the other team's half.
Most definitely. Yeah, that was impressive to be able to see him play like that. We've been waiting to see Jaguars play like that the whole series. They were able to pull it out this game, so hopefully they'll carry that momentum into this game 4 as we're going to get into it. But, Velocity, they might have not have been ready for it, but, that doesn't mean they're not going to be ready for it right now. I'm definitely excited to see if Velocity is able to adapt to what the Jaguars just started doing right there.
Adapt and overcome. That's the name of the game, and they're adapting. Now let's see if they can start overcoming.
As it looks like we might have a bit of a technical issue. It looks like maybe somebody might not be able. Okay, it looks like we are good now, and we've got everybody on the pitch. We're starting this off. Game number 4, I believe, right? Game number 4? Don't correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, good, because I've gotten that wrong. Yes, numbers are very, very hard. Cliffs going to find it at the back wall. Ooh, Drizzard was there. He got a shot, but it's got cleared away immediately. Milk finds it in the corner, touches it, tries to get down to it, but Cliffs is going to catch it, send it back into the corner. Can he find it again? No, he doesn't, but he does find the demo on Tobatage. Control. Up to Milk. Milk sends it out. Drizzard is going to find it in the midfield, send it cross. Oh, that was actually a shot, but Tobatage, was able to get there and stop it. Control. Can't find his touch off the wall, but Drizzard does find it. Over to Dan. Dan with the weird 50. Over to Cliffs. Cliffs is up. Can Cliffs double this? Milk is going to clear that away off the back wall. That's a big old clear right there. The ball is going to come to the mid. Dan is going to get hit by Drizzard. Good bump. Control is going to clear it. Over to Milk. Milk trying to get control of it. It's going to get pinched all the way to the other side as the ball's bouncing in the midfield. Drizzard finds an awkward touch on it with his booty. Control sending it over. Toby with a pop. As we're seeing a lot right now of what we saw in the last game, Seabiscuit, is these teams are just sort of ping-ponging back and forth, neither one being able to really get a good offense generated.
The ball's just living in the midfield right now, and just one unfortunate 50 for either team one way, and it could be a goal that could either put one team up towards this reverse sweep or one team down and on match point. Oh my! Woo! Milk, you dirty dog.
Sheesh, as you kids like to say nowadays. Well, it was looked like a pinch from right there, and then Milk waiting for that redirect, just narrowly getting it past the defender. Holy! And that's going to put Velocity up 1-0, which is going to got to be a pretty daunting thing for Jaguars. Jaguars putting it in control of the lead, able to clean up the pass from Drizzard.
Yeah, and this is just a I don't want to lose type of play style right now by this Jaguars team. I mean, they're just fully committing to any offensive opportunity, and they're capitalizing like we said they needed to do in the first two games. And they tie this game right back up.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum. 3 minutes left on the clock. Score tied at 1-1. This is pretty much for all the marbles if Jaguars aren't able to pull out this dub. As the ball's going to float across the midfield into Velocity's defensive territory. Milk's pop it up to the midfield, down to Dan, back to Milk, who flicks it. Cliffs is going to be there. He pops it up. This could be dangerous. Toby's there, but Control is going to send it to the side. Cliffs with a big hit as it's sent all the way down. Milk is going to find the touch, but Control is going to 50 over him. Toby over to Drizzard as it ping-pongs back and forth again. Milk is going to take control of it in the midfield, gets it past the defender. He's controlling it, gets it past Control over to Toby. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful pass play.
You are a filthy, filthy man. I just want to make this clear. Just completely dribbles the whole Jaguars team, and then being the unselfish lad he is, just hands it right off to Tobatai, says, "Here, finish my light work, son."
That is what we like to call a team player right there. Someone who just doesn't take credit, but likes to include everybody in on the play. That's going to put Velocity up 2-1. 2 minutes left on the clock. Jaguars have got to be sweating at this point. They need something to stay alive. Toby's going to keep the pressure, send it to the mid, but Drizzard is going to put a boomer on net, but it's going to go a little bit high and get cleared away. Dan doing the third man thing, finding his touch off the sidewall, down to Drizzard. 50s with Drizzard. It could have been dangerous, but Cliffs is going to try and control it a little bit. Milk is going to take it from him in the midfield, down to Control. Off the back wall, that could be the angle, and it is.
It's Elite, baby. Let's go. Nice shot, Elite, right here. Big bang, bang, bang. Energy
Big
drink,
bang.
sponsor us. Tobatage. Not able to make the read, and Elite able to read it off the back wall with a great angle right in the net, and we are tied once again.
Exactly what Jaguars needed at this point. Only a little bit of time left. Sometimes a minute, 20 seconds can seem like so much time, but then other times it can seem like such little amount of time. Cliffs is going to find it in the backfield. He puts it up for Dan. Dan is going to put it on net, but Drizzard is able to clear it. That was very dangerous. Control trying to get in there and get something going. Milk's going to clear that ball to the side. Milk finds another touch. This could be dangerous. Can he get it by Cliffs? He cannot. Cliffs playing a very dangerous game, but the patience pays off as he stops it from going into his net. Cliffs in the midfield finds the touch, but Milk is up with him. Ball's in the corner. Toby hits it. It's up to the other corner. Past Milk. He was awkward. Control is going to try and find it again, but Milk's going to knock it down. Cliffs goes under the ball. Milk, this could be dangerous. He's all by himself. I'm not sure what happened to the third man there.
Really big commit here by Drizzard with Milk, who is arguably the best dribbler on the Velocity team, and just kind of sells out, hoping he won't go towards the net, but Milk just taps it towards the net, and Drizzard essentially just took himself out of the play by being too aggressive.
You hate to see it. I know how his heart feels. It probably just sank directly down into his stomach. With only 20 seconds left, that could have been the nail in the coffin for Jaguars right here. They need to pretty much pull the goalie and go full nitrous oxide on this situation and try and make something happen, as Milk is going to do everything he can to keep it out in front of his own net. He's going to send it down with only 5 seconds left. They need something now, and is that it? Oh, it was just wide 1 second, and it's going to drop. Velocity is going to take this 3-1 fashion.
Yeah, and I think we could have been looking at this series different if Jaguars just played that aggressive style the whole game. They were very passive game 1 and 2, and that led to Velocity getting that early lead. And even in this game, I mean, few passive moments were what really led to Velocity's goal outside of Drizzard's over aggressive moment there at the end. And real good performance by the Jaguars. Good dominant showing by Velocio to keep their we are number one, we're not going to lose to 10 mentality alive. And great game, great series, fun to watch. And sad we couldn't have a game 5, but happy I was here to see it.
Definitely agree with you there. It's always a good thing to see the losing team at least be able to pull down one win as opposed to just getting swept out. So congratulations to them on that at least. And congratulations to Velocity, able to go up another win in their record, 4-1 for them. Really appreciate you joining me in the booth tonight, Seabiscuit. Always a pleasure to lay out some of these spicy meatballs with you, my guy.
They are very spicy, and I'm very happy to be here.
And I appreciate, and we appreciate, everybody here in Nemesis appreciates everybody who shows out to support us on our game days. Remember, if you're not a part of the Discord, join up in the Discord. If you're 14 and at least Diamond 1, I think it's 14, if not 15, and at least Diamond 1, then join up. We got a spot for you on a roster. We want everybody to play, so appreciate you coming out. We'll be back Wednesday with 3 more hot matches to bring to you, so definitely stick around, or come back, I should say, not stick around, come back on Wednesday and hang out with us again. So appreciate everybody coming out.
Bang Energy sponsor us.